All right, it's the rundown. It is live. It is U.S. Open Day. We're finally there. We're heading down there. Going to do Barstool Radio live later in the day. What is the date today?
June
15th, June
14th or
16th?
15th?
14th. It is brought to you by SeatGeek. Get $10 back in your first ticket order with promo code Rundown. SeatGeek pools the tickets. Do you wrote these, Frankie? Yeah. I don't need what SeatGeek does. I know what SeatGeek does. They pool all the tickets together. They give grades so you know if you're getting screwed or not. Use the code Rundown. Come to the U.S. Open. We'll see us. We're going to be here today. We're going to be here tomorrow. I think we're going to be at top of the hill. It's a fun place. So come. Well, I guess by the time this airs, it'll be over. I always screw that up.
Friday.
Come Friday.
Come Friday, yeah.
4 to 7.
Let's talk. Let's get right into it. The U.S. Open is going on right now, and it is a bloodbath out there, fellas. It's a bloodbath. They're saying the Fescue's too big. Rory McIlroy plus 10 after 4. Bryson DeChambeau, who, Dan, before the show, you said is dating Sophie and Stella. That is a girl who is Mike Napoli's ex-girlfriend. More well-known, she was a roadie on Stoolapalooza. 2010, 18 years old, dropped off at the front door and just said, can I ride the bus for you guys for a week?
What a story.
I actually had a crush
It's like
on her.
Almost Famous.
Yeah, yeah. It was. It was.
Yeah.
I feel like he doesn't want his girlfriend to be a former roadie of Stoolapalooza.
Who would? But it is what it is. You can't change history. That's the beauty.
instinct.
That's the beauty of history. Once it's written, you can't change it.
That's very poetic, Dave.
Thank you. Also, Bryson DeChambeau, why I was talking about him, he said it's clown golf out there.
Yep, called it clown golf.
Did they actually? Are people actually complaining about the fescue?
People
Everything.
complain about the U.S. Open course every single year, no
I
matter
love
what.
it. I always
no
root
matter
for the course.
what. It's awesome.
No, but
rooting for
Aaron
the
Hills
course.
sucked last year.
Well, Aaron Hills, the issue with Aaron Hills was the week beforehand, they legitimately, these tents and stuff were blowing over. The week they had the tournament, they got a bunch of rain that Monday, and then there was no wind, and Aaron Hills got ripped up. When you got wind like this, the course dominates.
But
Love it.
But Riggs,
The course, baby.
I know.
We're gonna do a whole week of this. Here
I
we
know.
go.
Just don't fight it. Like if you,
I'm
it's
not
like a
fighting it.
Chinese finger trap.
Look
If
at
you
that
just fight it, you're
fucking
just gonna
smirk
get more
on his
stuck.
face.
You just gotta say, Dave, listen. I look out there and I said to you guys, like, has Rory McIlroy ever played golf? Because I think Dave Portnoy needs to give him lessons.
Here's the thing. When I played this course, it was gusting.
You ate it up.
It was 70-mile-per-hour winds. I said, is it always this windy? They said, yeah, every day. So I don't know these guys acting like they didn't know that. I knew that.
Well,
Riggs,
you're
they said that. It was so windy. I had windburn for a week after
Well,
we played.
Dave,
Didn't stop me from going 4 under.
Your ball striking was great that day. You hit every fairway.
Yep.
You hit a ton of greens. Your
Yep.
putting was lights out. You one-putted almost every green. So when you do
He's a
that,
great
if one of
scrambler.
these guys could do that, they would be in the lead, but they're struggling right now. It's a
Dave,
tough course.
can I ask you a question?
Our
Were
guy,
you-
by the way, Parzali, was playing great.
Parziale was even par through 9. He ended up posting 4 under, which I looked at as like T30 right now. So he's actually, he looks like he could make the cut if he plays
T30,
well.
that's-
You
a
may
little
say,
golf. That's
yeah,
a
that's
little
big
golf
golf.
guy thing.
There's a chance you
It's a
could
golf
say,
T30.
you could say theoretically that I made him a little bit tougher. I mean, he played with me, saw how to go around, and now he's. I mean, let's put it this way: he's +4.
You
I'm
put out the blueprint.
Spieth is +5, Mickelson's +5, Rory's +9 or 10.
Yep.
Parzali he followed my beats. He's like, oh, I know where to go on these holes. I saw what he did. So good for him.
It's funny
Dave,
how quickly things change.
What do you think the
from-
winner is going to be?
So I said in my preview blog yesterday, I think 2 over is going to win it. This is supposed to be the windiest day, but also the USGA said that the greens are not that fast today. They actually kept them a little slower today. So I still think, there's like one guy under par right now, and he's 1 under. I still think something over par is going to win it.
I don't want to sound like, everyone's complaining,
on.
win. What about me? I didn't complain. You know what happened with the wind? I got sick on my seaplane. It was going up and down, bumping around in the air when I came here. We couldn't land in the ocean. We had to land a half an hour away at the airport. An Uber. I'm not complaining about the wind.
What
Here you
traffic,
are.
am I right? What
Yeah.
traffic?
Yeah.
Here you are getting ready to go to the U.S. Open
Yeah.
today.
Yeah. So,
Dave, did you ever complain about the fescue? Well, give us a fescue scouting report.
Dan, thank you. I'm
Yeah.
glad you put this ball in the tee. I never went in the fescue. You know how you don't deal with the fescue?
You
Hit
stay
the
out of
short
it.
stuff. Stay in the short stuff.
Oh,
know what?
man, Rory, stop crying. Just fucking stay out of the fescue, you
Hit
loser.
it down the middle, and you don't have to worry about the tall grass. That's what I always
You know
say.
what? Trent called it perfectly. He said you were playing Rainbow Road, where there's nothing else except for just the track and the fairway. That was the only thing you saw the whole time.
What about that one hole? I forgot which one it was, but it was tough for me to reach. But if I could catch a bounce off the cart and I just had the perfect length. Every time I hit it, it landed on the cart. It was beautiful. I had this course in my back pocket.
Legit couldn't reach the fairway, so he was aiming for a cart path and hoping it would bounce towards the fairway, and he did it.
Yeah, well, that's actually more impressive.
You did great, Dave. You're U.S. Open champ. And
you can look forward to a lot more of this on Barstool Radio today, tomorrow. There'll be a lot of talk about guys struggling with holes and whatnot. This other video, this is unbelievable. We got a 6'10", 12-year-old in Canada, and it looks like he's playing on a 7-foot hoop because he's just like his head can basically touch it. My favorite part about this kid is he like mean mugs after every dunk, after every block. Like he is legitimately a cross between Hakeem, LeBron, and who's like Gary Payton.
It's air up there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Except the air up there was not obnoxious like this
No,
kid
but
is.
but like just being bigger and taller and stronger than everyone and just dunking on them.
The air up there is one of those real. That's not on like TBS or TNT nearly
it
enough.
Should be. Yes.
That Kevin Bacon like jumping with the stick.
this kid's attitude was awesome. I feel like a lot of times you see these freak young athletes and they're like apologizing every time they do
Right.
something. Like, sorry, I was born this way. This kid was shoving. When he did one time, he's dribbling, and he just slammed it.
Yeah,
right.
That was the best move I've ever seen.
Yeah, just not even jumping.
He didn't even look at the hoop. He just went.
Also,
in.
it's like the perfect storm because this is Canada, so they don't play a
Yeah.
lot of basketball. If this was America, I bet you there'd be 1 or 2 kids that would be like somewhere, maybe 6 feet at 12
Or at least
years
put a
old.
body on him.
Right.
I mean, he's controlling the paint with absolutely no resistance.
He was dominating.
Yeah, he was a dominant player.
He's going to stink, by the way.
Oh,
like he's going to be the worst player in 3 years.
Yeah, if he keeps growing though, Sean Bradley.
George Mearson.
I actually was entranced that entire video. Like some videos long. I watched every second, loved it. Every move he did was just so strange.
I made Big
but
Cat. I
cool.
was like, Big Cat, play that again. That was awesome.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
kid was
He's a
great.
behind the back dunk
and then
without jumping.
Yeah, right.
He didn't even move his feet. He just in.
Another crazy video. This guy at a toll booth in Florida. Car comes crashing into it, and a guy gets just chucked like across 6 lanes, lands. They say he's Inside Edition actually pulled a very Barstool move.
Very Barstool. Very Barstool.
Oh, we got an Eagles chant.
I
mean,
like that.
I mean, this is supposed to be a golf event. You're
No,
supposed to keep your voice
I
down.
love the Eagles guys because they'll just do the chant wherever.
Can't believe we're getting this in the Hamptons, not on the golf
They'll
course.
do it
That's
at a
crazy.
funeral.
Guy came to
It's
our
like,
house.
well, yeah, it's a bunch of people together. Let's just start yelling Eagles.
Eagles fans are the worst. That guy looks like he's frumpy. He's probably like his shirt's tucked in like a slob.
Look at his shorts are way too long.
He's built by cheesesteak.
Yeah. This crash, Inside Edition did the classic where it's like he lived, but we don't know the extent of the injuries. That is so Barstool.
This guy is so paralyzed. Like I don't mean to laugh about. I'm laughing at Inside Edition, not the guy.
Yes.
But that was they basically put that disclaimer in to be like, hey guys, don't worry about it. He's alive for now.
That was a we don't have confirmation he's dead, so we're gonna blog it.
That's straight out of the Barstool playbook.
Yeah.
He wasn't moving.
Yeah, no, that was
The deadest guy I've ever
101.
seen, I think.
Like, the first page of the Barstool handbook is essentially you can make fun of foreign people, and as long as you're not pronounced dead, you're fair game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So-
Wear your seatbelt.
Yeah. Hey, kids.
I'm a huge seatbelt guy. I wear my seatbelt in cabs. People think that's crazy.
I think that no.
You know what? It's one of those things. It's crazy people don't. I don't, but it's like I'm crazy not wearing it with this.
You're
lunatic.
stupid at like not even realizing.
Yeah.
there are a
right.
lot of people that would say I wear it in an Uber, but not in a cab. Like a yellow cab, I don't wear it.
I
That
feel
way.
like yellow cabs don't even have seatbelts.
They do. You got to grind for them. Sometimes they're like
right.
way down in there. You know?
Right.
I had my Uber driver. His name. Just side note. I have the picture of him. I prove it. It was a gay rat.
Okay.
Gayrat. Terrible name. Gay rat.
No.
Gay rat.
Gay rat.
Sounds like a Game of Thrones like bad guy.
Yeah.
I was
Or
gonna
just a
say,
gay
I
rat.
I
Lord
feel
Gay
like
Rat.
that's just like naming a guy John in India.
Lisa Mattresses get 160 off premium mattresses that
Right?
delivered
Was he
right to your
Indian?
door.
Hopefully.
Whether you buy the mattress today, whatever, you get the
think he
coupon.
was.
Keep it free. Lisa.com/Barstool. $160. That's huge. I have Lisa mattresses. This is, by the way, a little unknown fact that also, when I set my course record here, this is like I'm on enemy territory. I am not a Hamptons guy. I'm a Nantucket guy.
Yeah,
this
true.
is like a rival. So I was in my rival's backyard. Ooh, foreplay fan.
What an all-time
Oh,
rivalry.
great shirt. Foreplay shirt. Very nice.
Hamptons versus
Nantucket,
Nantucket.
yeah, and Nantucket Vineyard, but it's a big rivalry.
A lot more money in the Hamptons.
No, actually,
Yeah, I'd say
no. All right, well, Riggs, I'm going to put you in a body bag because the Wall Street Journal just wrote an article about 3 weeks ago. That's the average price for a house now is more expensive in Nantucket than the Hamptons.
Well, just because
That
the
doesn't-
average price,
yeah.
that's just less houses, I think.
Right.
Because
It's an
Nantucket's
island.
smaller. Supply and demand situation, not an econ guy.
Yeah,
The
no.
problem with the
I'm
Hamptons,
not an econ guy, Harvard guy.
where the Hamptons loses, is you still can be like, yeah, I'm on Long Island.
True.
That hurts.
Big time.
that
I agree.
hurts.
I agree with you. There's more money in there.
I'd agree. Yeah, they absolutely is. New York money, New York City money.
It's insane.
It's
a
not. It's
different-
not real life.
But there's a lot of New Yorkers unfortunately in Nantucket now.
No, not the
unfortunately.
same as Hamptons.
By the time this airs, Kisner will probably be wrapping up. The question is, will Kevin Kisner make the cut? So Kevin Kisner yesterday put out a video. He said the only thing he's worried about is beating my score, so I'll shut up about it. I'm like, Kisner, I'm in your head. I have beachfront property.
It's sad.
Chill out.
Sad.
Yeah, and then he's like, you don't have real estate in my head. It's like, well, you're talking about it, so I think you do.
Hold on. Now, is it sad because to be the best, you got to beat the best?
Yeah.
Anymore because I mean,
All I want to do is beat Prez. If I could beat Prez 3 under, he couldn't be called the U.S. Open champion.
So if you're Kevin Kisner, you're like, I got to try to go after the U.S. Open champion, Dave Portnoy.
But you got to play the course, Dan. You can't play
true,
the other people.
true.
That's
That's
rule
what you
one of
did.
golf. Yeah.
There's a couple things, though. One, that he was, if you set the benchmark to the score that's going to win the U.S. Open, and he said, my goal is to beat that score. His goal is to win the U.S. Open.
Yeah, but the way he said it, I think Dave's right. You got to play the course. I mean, Dave is obviously right because he won the U.S. Open.
I would have to say he's not going to make the cut just by the fact that I have so much. He's mentally beat already, and I'm blogging about it. And Kisner just strikes me as a weak-minded individual.
Agreed.
No, Kiz is going to make the cut. Kiz is my guy. He was striping the ball yesterday. I know because I was inside the ropes with him. You can see with this little thing.
Let me
right
ask you a
here.
question though, Riggs. Whose opinion do you trust? The guy who won the U.S. Open or the guy who's like T50?
I would say before we did the challenge, obviously Kisner, but after I have Dave flip my whole mindset
Yeah,
upside
come
down
on.
on golf and all that, and so I obviously don't ever want to agree with him, but I have to admit that he was right in that situation. I'm still on the drawing board trying to figure out how to recover.
Side note: these hats we have our U.S. Open basically collection. I'll call it, and it's
Frankie,
this hat.
come walk through.
And it's throw me the blue too. We have in two. These hats scream class personified. We have these
shirts.
in every color. If we can zoom in, the blue is my least favorite actually.
There's no way we can zoom in. We can zoom in.
Have we ever been able to
No
zoom
one's
in?
standing at the
That's
cameras.
fine. No,
We can zoom in.
Hey Pete, zoom in real quick.
never mind. Forget zooming in.
Are
It's an
those cameras
eagle.
on Siri?
It's
Can they-
all
Here
right.
comes Pete. He's gonna zoom in. He's gonna zoom in.
He's going to do a manual
He's got
zoom
two
in.
camcorders set up like it's casting couch. Like, hey Pete, can we zoom in real quick?
So you see it the least in the blue. I like the white and the red, but it's a bald eagle, the symbol of America, the symbol of pride, holding a golf ball with the Barstool logo on it. This will only be on sale for 4 days. The hats and the shirts are gone after 4 days. This is the U.S. of the flag.
Hit him with the flag direction, too. A lot of people don't understand
We
that.
researched the shit out of which way to put the flag because everybody asks. They say
Yeah, flag's
something
a big,
different.
big, huge topic.
Luckily, we have our own Marine Corps now. We have so many people who are ex-military, and we ask. So this collection, 4 days, and then poof, gone till the next U.S. Open. Which, by the way, I've already been invited to play Pebble Beach next year before the Open. So that's
wow.
that's quite exciting.
I'll come along for content.
Well,
I'll do
Riggs,
it.
I guess that you could
Riggs,
twist my arm. I'll come.
well,
There's a lot of hubbub that, like, when you come to these, you just forget you're working for us, and it's like you're just, like, off doing your own thing. Like, I'll get to radio when I want, or it's like, I got to do this.
Oh,
and it's like-
Dave, you should have seen it
Excuse
this
me?
morning.
that
It
was Pete actually brought that up.
well, okay. We had a little issue this morning because Pete wanted to walk, and Pete wasn't so sure about himself, so we basically walked to nowhere for about 15 minutes, and Riggs was starting to get very anxious that we weren't on the course until a cop was like, hey, like, Big Cat, Trent, Riggs, what's up, guys? And they're like, where the hell are you guys going? You can't go that way. And so it was Pete and Riggs are at odds right now.
Okay, well, that makes sense. Pete always gets chirped. At the Masters, we had a lot of Pete issues.
Yeah, Pete can't. The problem is Pete is someone who likes to take authority, but he also doesn't like to make mistakes.
Yeah.
So if he ever gets in a spot where he's about
That's
to make a
why
mistake,
that's
he
why that
panics.
curling moment.
Gonna be honest,
All
this
time.
sounds like a Pete
Yes.
issue, not a Riggs issue.
It's true. That's a good point.
Thank you.
The last one here, you got to mention this stat. This is an unbelievable stat. Jacob Degrom, Mets pitcher, 0.087 ERA his last 10 starts, a record of 2-8. I don't think he's given up more than one run in like his last 6 games. That stat is arguably the most incredible stat. I know it's the Mets. I know they stink, but if you never give up runs, how do you always lose?
It's incredible.
It's an incredible stat.
I actually didn't believe you when you said that stat the first time. That has got to be the
Also-
most frustrating thing ever.
I don't know if it's just me, but every time we talk about the Mets in something like this, the Frank Fleming incompetent just rolls through my head the whole time.
Have you seen the declaration that Frank the Tank made out of protest of the Mets?
Oh no!
Oh, no.
Oh no!
He will buy drinks at Citi Field because he gets thirsty, but he will not eat anymore. He's doing a hunger strike.
Ooh, Yes!
It's
Hell
unbelievable.
yes!
Frank the Tank is going on a hunger strike
I
at
love
Citi
him
Field.
so much.
He
God
will
damn
drink
it.
because he does get thirsty.
That's
just survival. But food, done.
So at the game, when he's there for a couple hours, he will not eat.
He
He's
said
on
he-
hunger
Frank's
strike.
there for like 6 hours.
He said he will eat at Penn Station before he heads to the field.
I love it.
Fucking love it.
That's
That's why
why-
Frank is Frank.
Yep.
Like the Mets are incompetent, and he needed to find a way to one up it and be like hunger strike.
Put that tweet in. That when I read that, I gasped. I saw it at like 1 a.m. and I'm like,
You know what we need to do is we need to get Frank one of those Camelbacks, and just fill it with Pepsi so that he doesn't have to spend $1.
yes.
Like I don't want him spending $1 at Citi Field. We got to do that. We got to get him hooked up.
There is no shtick with Frank. He blogs
No.
for the love of the game.
That's a hunger
he
strike.
hunger strikes for the love
They're
of the
having
game.
We
an
need to get him. I want it to be hunger, and I don't want him spending $1.
This is like a Gandhi type thing he's
Yeah.
doing
Yep.
there.
Yeah.
Probably harder for him than it was
Doing
for
it
Gandhi.
because he
Yeah.
hates the Mets
It's like
ownership.
Yeah.
Yeah, the prisoners are gone on strike.
But he'll still go to the games.
Yes.
Yeah.
I hope this ends up with like the Wilpons, like he forces the Wilpons' hands where they're like, all right, we'll give you, come sit in our box.
I
We
could
got to
s-
end this hunger strike.
I could see like a torture video where like they have him strapped down and shoving like a hot dog down Frank the Tank's like face.
He's like, no, no.
All right, that's the rundown. So yeah, this weekend we will be here at Shinnecock.
I'm excited to go. I'm excited to get to the course.
Yep, it's gonna be fun. So that is the rundown.